happy New Year. Thank you for joining us this morning. I know it's a funny old time, this start of the year, and usually we'd be really busy. I know some of us will still be busy in this kind of wave period, so we really appreciate you taking the time to join us and kind of hear all about what we're looking forward to this year and what we've got on offer for your guests. So my name's Megan. For those of you that don't know me, I'm the Business Development Executive, and in the chat we've got Elaine Gillard. So if you do have any questions as we go through, please do pop them in there, and she can answer your questions as we go along. So to start, we'll just talk through some of the latest news and what promotions and things we have on offer. So, as most ships, we are currently still on pause. It is just for now. The end of that pause is getting closer and closer. So currently our cruises are cancelled through till the end of April. And Crystal Endeavour, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but it is on track now for a summer launch, which is really exciting. We can't wait for her to kind of get in the water and welcome guests on board. If you do want to keep up to date with all the kind of cancelled sailings and where we're up to, you can go online. A little banner pops up at the top and that will give you all the latest information about what's going on. So that's a great resource to use. We have updated our money down promotion, so guests can book any cruise from 2021 all the way through to 2024, and they won't need to pay a deposit at all until the 22nd of February 2021. So that's a really nice one, especially this time of year. Perhaps we've all spent a little bit too much at Christmas trying to get ourselves through it. They can not worry about that until the 22nd of February. So that's a really nice promotion that we've got that's been extended. And if that is a 2021 cruise that they're booking for, the guests will benefit from this Crystal Confidence policy that we've got in place. So this is our third evolution of this. It's now been extended to encompass all of our 2021 cruises. That means the deposit, when they do pay it, in February or beyond, depending on when they book, the deposit will be reduced just down to 15%. And then we've got a relaxation in our final deposit and cancellation policies there as well. So 60 days prior is the final payment date. And before 60 days, they can also cancel free of charge. So lots on offer to kind of give your guests a bit of peace of mind when they are booking their future cruises, whether it is for this year or future years. There's something there to support them and yeah, give them that peace of mind. On top of that, we have our Crystal Clean Plus protocols. These are constantly evolving. I've heard that there is a 3.1 version in the works. As every time we're getting new information, new guidance, these are being updated. So please do keep an eye on your emails because we will be sending through any updates and making sure that we're in line with guidelines and things like that. But there is so much that they're doing to make sure that when we do resume, that it's going to be absolutely as safe as possible for the guests and for our crew as well, and just make sure that everyone feels comfortable, and we're doing everything to stop any kind of spread of virus on board. So guests will be required to have 2 negative tests prior to sailing, so 1 prior to departure and 1 on arrival at the pier. At the moment, it is looking like there'll be social distancing on board, so it will be guests will be able to kind of mingle with those that they're travelling with, but outside of that, there will need to be kind of social distancing. Hopefully, we won't have to have measures like this in place for too long, but obviously, when we do resume, it's important that we're taking this seriously and we're looking after our guests in the right way. So, as I say, you can go on the website and check out all of that in detail, and this is being constantly updated. So keep an eye on your emails for any updates. So that's the exciting part of what we've got to look forward to for this year. A little bit of summer inspiration for you and your guests. I actually did a cruise very similar to this a couple of years ago. I would really highly recommend it. It was really, really enjoyable. A couple of nights in St. Petersburg here. When you're that kind of far north this time of year, the sun almost doesn't set. It kind of hovers on the horizon and then it comes back up again, which can be really dangerous when you're in one of the bars enjoying a drink or two, and time gets away from you, and before you know it, it's silly o'clock and you've just not realized because it doesn't get properly dark. Copenhagen for kind of midsummer was my cruise, but it's a really, really lovely itinerary, some really lovely destinations. So I would definitely recommend that one for your guests. With all these sailings I'm going to mention, we have got social media graphics for them. So if you do want to promote any of these, please do let us know. You can email us at sales@cruiseportfolio.co.uk and we'll send those across to you if there's any that you're particularly interested in. So that's that one for July, later this year. On the river, we've got a lovely Danube cruise here, Budapest all the way through to Vienna. Some really lovely places there to visit. I love our river cruises. I think it's an amazing way to travel, and obviously a lot less passengers. Our river cruise carries 106 passengers. So for guests that want to get away this year, but perhaps going up to kind of 900 passengers for our ocean cruises might seem a little bit daunting, given the new world we find ourselves in. This could be a really lovely way to still get away, still see some lovely destinations, but just a smaller, more intimate group. So 7 nights on the river there, coming in at 3,811 per person. And then we've got another nice little Mediterranean close to home, not too far to go, Athens through to Rome in August this summer. Some really lovely places to see there, coming in at just 2,262 per person. Again, this looks like a really lovely one. Santorini is always really popular, those kind of Greek Isles, and again we have social media graphics, so let us know what you're looking to promote and we can kind of help you do that. This time of year we're always really, really popular. I mentioned this on the last webinar, but it's worth mentioning now because people have had their Christmas, they've had their New Year. This year we were all in a very different scenario to what we'd hoped we'd be in and what would be kind of a normal Christmas and New Year. So there is a lot of pent-up demand for people that want to kind of get away this time next year. And enjoy a really, you know, they're going to be making up for lost time, and they're going to want a really lovely Christmas and New Year. So now's the time to be talking to your guests about it. So we just wanted to give you an overview of where we will be for Christmas and New Year this year. So we've got a lovely Australia one on Crystal Symphony. This itinerary is actually in Sydney for New Year's Eve. So hopefully there'll be the wonderful fire display in Sydney Harbour, and they'll be right there to see that. Perhaps they want something in the Caribbean. We've got our round trip Miami on Crystal Serenity there. On Endeavour, perhaps they want a white Christmas and they can be out in Antarctica for that one. Or if they want a white Christmas with the white beautiful beaches of the Seychelles, maybe Crystalise is the one they're looking for. On the river, anyone that's done a Crystal River cruise will know it's absolutely amazing. But anyone that's been in Europe for the Christmas markets, it really gets you in the festive mood. It's a wonderful experience. So you've got 3 options there on Crystal Bark, Crystal Marlow and Crystal Revel that guests can enjoy this time next year, really. So as I mentioned at the beginning, Crystal Endeavour, we're on track. We had a press release earlier this week. The yard is back in full operation this year. They're making really great progress. So everything is looking really good for a summer debut. And yeah, we just can't wait to kind of welcome guests on board. It's going to be an absolutely incredible ship, expedition carrying 200 passengers, worldwide destinations. And I've just got a little video to show you of her first rollout in the summer. So there you go. That was her first getting into the water a couple of years ago now. You saw the helipad there. So there's going to be some really amazing features of this ship. And we're really pleased that, you know, despite this challenging year for everyone, we're not too far off a debut now. So do keep your eyes peeled. We'll obviously be shouting about this. It's really, really exciting. But do keep your clients in mind. There are some really, really wonderful itineraries, something really different. Yes, there are some Antarctica itineraries that other ships do, but there's some other really unique itineraries through the Med, visiting some really small, unique ports in France and Spain. So that there's definitely something for everyone. Warm weather, cold weather, whether they want to stay close to home, whether they want somewhere a little bit further away, one of those once in a lifetime opportunities. There is something for everyone. So I really would kind of urge you to go on the website, have a look, and have a think about which of your guests this might suit. So moving on now to a little bit of training for you guys. We have some really lovely video footage on the Crystal Cruises YouTube page. You've got footage from our Crystal at Home, our virtual cruise that we've been doing since kind of March, really, when the world went into lockdown. Whether that's John Ashton's cook along videos, whether it's some of the entertainment. Yeah, there's a little bit of everything on there, but I really utilize this for your clients to get them excited about Crystal and what we offer on board, as well as to give you guys a taste of what it is we do and what a cruise looks like when you're on board. So please do kind of go there, check it out, watch a few videos. If you want to use any of these for your own social media pages and things like that, that's absolutely fine. Let us know if you need help kind of picking a video, or you need different footage. Yeah, let us know, and yeah, use this tool. It's there. It's really readily available. So yeah, I definitely recommend having a look at that page. And then on the website, we also have our new 360-degree view feature. So you can actually look at various spaces on most of our ships and kind of move around them and really get a feel of the sense of the space and what features are available in there. So this is a really unique tool that they've launched this year. It's great that you can direct your clients to it as well. So if they're kind of umming and ahhing between, do they want a veranda or do they want to kind of treat themselves and upgrade to a penthouse, you can send them links to kind of both of those, and they can have almost like a little wander around and see which one is going to suit their needs better. They can have a look in various different restaurants and really get a feel for that, and other public places, you know, get a feel for the pool deck, all that kind of stuff. It's a really, really great tool. If you go on the Crystal Cruises website, you can click on each various ship, and they'll have these 360-degree views. As I've mentioned throughout, we have loads and loads of social media, whatever you're looking for, whether it's just kind of generic, your guests aren't quite ready to book, but you want to keep them inspired, we can do that. If you want something offer-led, specific sailings, yeah, let us know. We can put something together if we don't have it already. Just email us, sales@cruiseportfolio.co.uk. And whilst we've kind of now entered lockdown 3, we're all back at home. There's lots of home learning opportunities still. So for anyone that hasn't done it, we've got our OTT training modules. They're really great. They cover all of our different products, whether it's ocean, river, yacht, the new expedition. If you need a little top up on any of those, I'd really highly recommend going there. It's crystalcruisestraining.co.uk. We've got our blog post, really great for kind of inspiration, getting a really good view of what it's like on board from our own personal first-hand accounts. Yeah, I'd always recommend kind of checking out the blog if you've got a spare kind of 5 or 10 minutes and have a read through one of those. We've got our YouTube channels, both the Crystal Cruises one that I mentioned before with their brilliant videos, and also for you guys, our Cruise Portfolio ones. That has all of our webinars are on there, any updates and things like that. And we do also have some little bite-size training sessions on there for ocean and river. So you can go to the Cruise Portfolio on YouTube and find those. And I've mentioned a few times that, you know, lots of our updates go through on your emails. If you're not signed up to our emails already, please do let us know. Email us at sales@cruiseportfolio.co.uk, and I will make sure that you are registered and you're receiving our emails. We don't want you to miss out on anything. So brochures, obviously some of these we do not have in print. I think that's becoming a little bit more common, particularly this year. But we do have in print our 2021 Ocean brochures, our World Cruise 2022 brochure, and our Crystal Endeavour brochure. So if you do want copies of those, again, please email us. We can get those sent out. Digital copies, we've got 2022 Ocean, our River Cruise brochure, and our Yacht Cruise brochure. So we can send you the digital versions that you can share with your guests or pop on your website, whatever you wanted to do with those, we can share those with you. They're also on crystalcruises.co.uk, so you can have a wander through the website and find them that way as well. I've mentioned this on the last few webinars, but we'll mention it again, just to kind of reiterate. We have brought all of the sales and marketing needs centrally into the kind of head office. So anything that you need, this is going to mean once you email sales, hopefully we'll be able to get back to you quicker and with the right person the first time. So a few of us have access to that, and we can kind of either send it off to the right person or deal with the right person will deal with it. So hopefully it will mean that you'll get help quicker and from the right person the first time. So yeah, that email address, I've said it a few times, you're probably sick of hearing it, but I'll say it again. It's sales@cruiseportfolio.co.uk, and you can reach any of the sales and marketing team through that way. Perfect. So that's all of our social media channels. You've got our Twitter, Facebook, blog, Instagram. If you're not following us, yeah, please do. We share lots of inspirational stuff, various quizzes on a Friday, all kinds of different stuff to keep you and your guests entertained while we're desperately waiting for the resume of cruises. But yeah, thank you for joining me. If there are any questions, please do pop them in the box. If not, I will wish you a happy rest of the day, and we will see you next month for our February webinar. Perfect. Thanks, everyone.